Hello, you lovely lot. Hello.
I hope you're sitting comfortably because we're in.
We are in. And we're finally all sat down. I was going to say it was like herding cats, but we have actually got cats down there. I'm sure Kylo's going to join us at some point. But yeah, I don't know how long ago it was. But
well, I collated these Q&A questions onto a spreadsheet back in March. So finally, in July, we're getting around to doing it.
So we're all sat on the sofa. Tracey's got all of the questions from the Q&A questions that we asked you guys to send in. And we finally, the stars have aligned. We've all been very busy. Luke, you've been very busy.
Been incredibly busy.
Daisy, you've been very busy.
I've been very busy.
You've been very busy.
We've all been really busy, as usual.
Life's just been a bit busy. It's more like washing up, really.
Yeah.
Washing up, making beds, and mending toilets, hoovering and dusting. But we are finally here. Tracey has got a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Is this going to go up in one?
I think so, yeah. Sort of thank you to everyone that did send in questions way back beyond. I suppose the added bonus is we have had a trip since then, so we're answering with a little bit more information and experience of doing holidays than we would have done if we had done it back in March. I'm trying to sell it here, looking for a silver lining, but yeah, we will answer with all of our experience to date. So should we just kick off?
Let's kick off.
Give it a go. Okay. So a few people have asked about like previous trips and like memories of previous trips. So when were all of our first Disney trips?
Ooh, the other thing we should say is the kids haven't seen these questions. I've forgotten these questions, so this will be kind of like
It's fresh.
It's fresh.
It may as well be a live stream.
Real life reactions.
Also, just to like say how organised Mum is as a person, we have it printed off spreadsheet style.
Oh, there's
like she's planned
going
a
on.
holiday. Yeah, there is highlighting.
I'm surprised you haven't got those little tabs.
Yeah.
If I had them, they'd have been on here.
Right, so first trips.
First trips, yeah.
Right, I went when I was 13, so that was
A long time ago.
a long time
ago.
So 37 years ago.
Well, my first trip was when we had the children. So Luke was 5 and Daisy was coming up for 3.
So you've also kind of like stolen our answers for our personal.
Yeah.
So that tells you when Luke
So there
and
goes
Daisy
the
were.
surprise. So that helps because I couldn't tell you how
But
old
actually,
I was.
there's a follow-up question here which is quite pertinent. It says, do Luke and Daisy remember the trips when they were little?
I do.
Yeah, I remember quite a lot, but mostly like places that are closed now or smells.
Like what?
Race Rock.
I was gonna say Race Rock. Race Rock.
That's where I learned
Rock
my
on International
racecraft from a young age.
That was a really cool
That
restaurant.
was so cool.
So cool.
Race Rock was sick. That's fact. That was when we used to stay on International Drive. So that was pretty groovy. Do you remember the Dolphin? Was it Flippers?
Yeah,
pizza
Flippers
place.
Pizza. That might still be there.
Yeah, and we always used to. I remember us having like Subway meals more often than
In the
we
room,
certainly did that.
Subway,
Yeah,
with bed picnic.
Flippers
Yeah.
Pizza, Subway in the room, all with black olives on it. Because I loved black olives when I was that age. And
Very sophisticated palate.
yeah, so I'd have caviar
Chicken
pizza.
nuggets, olives.
Olives, love an olive. Send olives to our PO box. Send black olives
Don't
to our.
send
And Race Rock was just like this restaurant that was like
That's Chuck
NASCAR.
and cheese, but like car themed. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
so there was NASCARs in there. There was a whole bank of arcade, like driving arcade machines, and yeah, that was good times.
And like there are pictures of me and Luke like on like motorbike arcade games, and we've got like Disney tattoos on our arms. I'm Cinderella on the bicep.
I since
You had
got mine
Stitch.
removed. Yeah, I got mine removed, but I kind of regret it now because there's some good memories had from that.
Yeah.
There was a lot of strollering and a lot of me
Yes.
clinging onto strollers for longer than I should.
Longer than you should have done, yeah.
Who wants to walk around the parks when you can stroll it?
Not me.
Not me.
Yeah, we did actually do a to-camera vlog during the first lockdown, I think, about our memories of our first Disney holiday. So I will link that below as well, because we talk a lot about Race Rock and the other things that we did on International Drive in that one as well. But yeah, so quite a while ago.
I remember a lot of parades, a lot of shows. Bear in the Big Blue House
Oh,
had
the
like
Playhouse Disney
Playhouse
area.
Disney. That slapped.
Yeah.
That was so good. And like really specifically the Beauty and the Beast show.
Which is
I
still
loved
there.
that.
And we haven't done that for a long time.
No,
so
we haven't.
you keep saying we should do
Is it
that
still
again.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah. No, I loved that.
well, we should do that again.
Yeah.
Bring back Captain EO.
Maybe not. Okay, a lot of people have asked us, like, what do we prefer, Universal or Disney?
Do you know what? It's a lot closer now than it used to be, I think.
Yeah.
I think like when we were kids, actually, like, because we were quite young, my brain kind of merged a lot of the parks together. So Universal and Disney, it was all part of the Florida holiday. But we've always been Disney, because I think it's a bit of a cop-out answer, but the magic is real, and anyone who says it's not real is lying, and you should cut them out of your life. That's a toxic person. But no, there's something about, like, you walk into like the Disney parks, and Epcot for me is like my warmest place. But in recent years, like Universal's, like, I don't know whether they're stepping up their game but whatever it is, it's just like, it's really strong.
They're very different, and I think a lot of people tend to be either more Universal or more Disney. We're definitely more Disney. But having had 2 holidays where we purely did Universal last year, I think we got a greater appreciation for it, and really like it. And I'm now thinking, actually, it's been a while, it might be quite nice to go back soon.
Yeah, I miss it. Yeah.
I don't think I'd necessarily do it instead of Disney much again, but as well as, or something, or a short holiday maybe. But Disney for us is the best place. We like the detail, we like the standards, the quality, the cast members it's just a little bit more focused and attention to detail for me with Disney.
Yeah, I agree with that. However, a cheeky week on Universal, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do agree. Having said I probably wouldn't, I do. That's fine. And favourite ride at Disney and favourite ride at Universal?
Ooh. Favourite ride at Universal for me has to be Hagrid's. I do love Hagrid's. Unless
It's Velocicoaster for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's tight.
I would say Hagrid's.
I'm going to go Hagrid's. But it's tight. And then, do you know what? Like, my answer for the Disney parks has always been Test Track. And I am going to still keep that as my answer purely because, I don't know, I broke down a couple of times. No, I'm going to stick with it because that is like a very special thing for me. But the Guardians of the Galaxy ride is really good. And
it's fun, isn't it?
I think if nostalgia wasn't in the question, I would have to say Guardians. But because nostalgia is in the question, it's Test Track.
I would go with Luke. For me at Disney at the moment, no. For me at Disney, it's Rise of the Resistance.
It's all blocked as well.
And I think at Rise of the Resistance at Epcot, at Hollywood Studios, is my favourite Disney ride, and Velocicoaster at Universal. What about you?
Yeah, I don't know about Universal. I used to love the Dragon Ride. You know the
Dragons.
That was so good. I
love
love
Hagrid's
that.
Is now, yeah.
But I will probably say Hagrid's. I just think it's brilliant. And my favourite Disney ride has actually changed in recent years.
You better not say Figment.
No. That's something I would do, but I'm not going to say it. Is Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
Which, because I've never had a not fun time on that. Like, it's so funny.
Yeah.
I forget how
I like
funny
seeing
it
the
is.
little kids who are getting traumatised because they've heard something.
No.
They must be baptised.
Yeah. I would say Hagrid's at Universal just because it is such an amazing ride. It's just so clever and I can do it, which is great. I was thinking about maybe Disney, I don't know. I mean, there's so many great rides at Disney. But if I had to say, if someone said there's only one ride you can ever do at Disney, what would it be? I think it would be Soaring.
Oh, good shout.
Yeah.
I just think it's just so lovely, and it's the one thing I think I would miss if it wasn't there.
You are sport for choice with a lot of the Disney stuff because every
good.
one of our answers I'm like, oh, maybe I should have said that, and I think that probably tells you that they're all pretty good choices.
Yeah. But yeah, if we had to choose, those are what we choose. Right. Someone's asked, how long is the cab ride from Tampa to Disney?
Oh yeah, so we've flown into Tampa a few times recently, and I think it's just over an hour.
Yeah.
That's 70 minutes. You did it on your own once as well.
Yeah, I think I had bad traffic when I had mine,
Yeah.
and my Uber driver was talking about Bitcoin, which is kind of standard. That was nice. So it felt longer than an hour. He was a nice guy though. Yeah, I think it's about an hour.
Okay.
But like, how long's it from Orlando?
About 40 minutes,
30
30 or 40
minutes.
minutes.
Because I think once you've done airport security and you just got off a flight, an hour and the 45 minutes feel exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Like,
didn't feel long, did it?
No, because you're already in like that weird holiday kind of started mode. So time does it's like between Christmas and New Year's, time moves differently. So
It could be 3 hours, it could
Yeah.
be 30 minutes,
so
who knows?
So for us, yeah, it's typically it's less than an hour or less. Yeah.
Okay. Quite a few questions about DVC. Someone said, are we keeping track of our DVC discount totals?
No.
We register it at the time. We're like, oh, we've saved this much, but we're not totaling it up particularly. We're just going with it, I think is the best way. We're not that organised, unfortunately. And what do we think the biggest benefit of DVC is? That might be different for all of us, actually. I know what mine is.
Go on.
Yeah, mine is being able to get the type of accommodation that we prefer as a family when we're travelling as a family of 4, because for us the DVC 1-bedroom villa works really well, especially in the places where they have got the 2 temporary beds, so you've got a sofa bed and a chair bed, so that kind of works for us really well, which is why we stuck with Old Key West for so long. For quite a while they were the only resort that were really offering that.
Yeah.
Some of the refurbed 1-bedroom villas in some of the other DVC resorts are now offering like the kind of the Murphy bed option, where there's a pull-down double Murphy bed and a pull-down single Murphy bed, which apparently is adult size. So again, DVC is offering that over the cost of 2 hotel rooms. So for us,
yeah,
it was trying to be able to get that kind of accommodation.
I'd go along with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably doesn't affect you guys quite as much.
Yeah, I'm trying my best.
Quite nice.
Yeah, I just like the fact that it's more likely that we'll be able to stay on somewhere like Old Key West.
Yeah, you're a big fan, aren't you?
Yeah.
Old Key West is so good.
Okay. We'd love to know where your home DVC resort is. Well, our home DVC resort is the Riviera, because we bought direct from Disney, and at the time when you're buying direct from Disney to get the best offers that they're doing at the time, you're buying into their latest, newest resort offering. So we bought into Riviera because once you've got your points, there are benefits of obviously being able to book your home resort with more notice, but that's not really a problem for us. So we just thought as long as we've got the points, we can probably book. Somewhere like Old Key West doesn't get as booked up as some of the other DVC resorts, so you know, even booking it 7 months out, you can normally get at least a week or something on Old Key West. So that's why we just bought into it. Riviera is our home resort, but whether we'll stay there, I'd quite like to stay there.
Which one is Riviera? Is that the one that, like, on Adam's last day?
Yes.
It's cool that's right up your street.
I would love to stay.
We would all like to give it a go. Keith's not so sure.
It's not really my vibe. It is really, really nice, but it feels more like almost like a city break. I think a nice long weekend would be there.
Yeah, I'd like to do
It was nice, but
I'd like to do it, and I think it's got some really nice aesthetics.
it's no Old Key. It doesn't give you
Yeah,
those
I
vibes.
do really like it, but I would also love to know why they painted it grey.
Yeah.
Battleship grey. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, that doesn't look. It looks like they haven't finished it. It looks like they've just put an undercoat on it for me.
Yeah,
They've
but
not-
Yeah.
regardless of that,
Primed.
it still looks really nice.
Nardo grey.
Okay. We know you love Old Key West, but which DVC resort are you trying next, and which would you like to try in the future? Well, we've tried Kidani, and we've stayed at Saratoga in the past.
We've done Wilderness Lodge.
But we've not done the DVC accommodation there.
Does that know what Kidani is?
Ah,
No,
Kidani's
that's
DVC.
animal. That's animal.
Okay.
I'd like to stay at Wilderness Lodge.
I'd like to, seeing Adam's just stayed there with his friend Rachel, and the DVC accommodation at Wilderness Lodge does look really nice.
Yeah.
I would like to try we've talked about this, the Fort Wilderness Campground are changing their cabins they're getting a bit of an upgrade, and they're going to be DVC accommodation by the end of 2024. And when we had a little visit to there when we were killing time before we did Hoop to Do on the last trip, we all really enjoyed the vibe at
That was
the
really
campground.
cool.
And I think
Yeah.
staying there would probably be quite nice.
Yeah.
I would love to stay there. I just felt like I was in Camp Rock.
I want a
Yeah.
golf cart.
Yeah.
If we're there, we've got to get a golf cart.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
And
hire
people
golf
ride
carts.
up.
Can you
Yeah.
hire them? I thought people were bringing their own.
No, you hire. They're quite expensive, but you can hire them for like the week. So,
People, like,
or
deck
by
them
the
out
place.
as
I might bring
well.
my own. I'll bring my own.
Yeah, if you're there at Halloween or Christmas, people put all sort of lights and decorations on their golf carts, and also around their RVs and cabins and things, which is really nice.
Yeah,
So,
I like.
yeah,
I
I'd
like
like
to
to give it a
feel
go.
that.
I'd like to give it a go. I would like to try the Polynesian, because they have got studios still,
Yeah.
and there's a new DVC tower being built there. So I don't know quite what the combination of accommodation will be there, but that might be quite. I'd like to be on the monorail resorts for the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah,
I'd like
that'd be cool.
I'd like to be on one of those at some point. So yeah, I'd like to try that.
Yeah, I'll be up for that.
Yeah.
What other resorts would you like to try at Disney? Not necessarily DVC.
I'd really like to try Port Orleans Riverside because it's got the boats Disney Springs like Old Key West does, and it just looks vibey, and I just think that's
Yeah,
a bit
we've always said we'd like to try Port Orleans Riverside. Yeah, I would like to try that.
I'd definitely like to stay there, especially because of the ferry
Yeah.
to Old Key to Disney Springs. Yeah.
If it wasn't closing down or has been closed down, and money was not.
If money was no object and it wasn't closing down.
Star Wars Hotel.
Oh yeah, great show.
That would be cool.
What a shame that's closing down.
It is. I mean, it's weird. I don't know. It's surprising that they. I feel like Disney are pretty good at forecasting what is good in terms of business ideas, and the fact that they've gone, oh, this we priced it's too much.
Yeah, I'm with Luke. I would like to stay.
Yeah, that would have been really cool. But yeah, you know, outside of like the lavish, because that's more an experience as much as it is a stay. I think the Port Orleans Riverside sounds cool. Is it Riverside?
Yeah.
There's two. There's
French Quarter.
Quarter.
Oh wait, which one's better?
They're different. I don't know. Really.
There's a better one. Cheesy as fans, comment which one's better. Yeah, see, let you
I
can't.
really like
Are
Riverside.
they like next to each other?
Yeah.
Or are they separate resorts?
They're separate resorts. They are next to each other.
Was it like Surfside and Dockside? Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
I think it's probably more like Art of Animation and Pop Century.
Yeah,
those
I
sort
think
of
it's just the
places.
theming
So
that's
cool.
different. I think that the French Quarter's got obviously the more Mardi Gras type theming, and Riverside is more sort of like the sort of country residents in New
Bayou.
Orleans. Yeah, down the bayou, it's that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Rolling down the
But,
bayou.
right.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
name is Raymond.
Oh, someone's asked. I've lost it now. How did we find post-COVID Disney experience versus Universal?
Difficult to say because
Yeah.
Universal was like still whilst COVID was kind of post-COVID but kind of still COVID. And then by the time we got to Disney, it was like almost a year after, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really do Disney with any restrictions.
No.
The only restrictions are the more logistical ones that they're starting to ease off now, which is
Yeah.
like park bookings and.
But
reservations.
having said that, when we did the Universal one, I think credit to Universal because, you know, aside from the fact that we still had to wear masks indoors, that was like a state thing. That was like, you know, Florida and America in general were like, you got to wear your masks indoors. But in terms of like being in the parks and actually like in experiencing it, it didn't feel like it really impacted. It felt, I remember sort of being a little bit surprised, like, oh my god, it feels like real life again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apart from wearing masks, and there were lots of hand sanitising stations on and off the rides, which we were doing. The first trip we went, which was the New Year going from 2021 into 2022, we went again in the April 2022, and by that time you didn't have to wear your mask, and if you did want to sanitise your hands, there was nothing there.
Yeah.
They hadn't bothered filling them up because it was so not a thing anymore,
Yeah.
and the difference in 4 months was just a lot there. But as you say, by the time we got to Disney in the October, November of last year,
Dunyan rings.
no one
So
was
all
really,
done.
yeah,
Yeah, back to normal.
which was really nice. Okay. Would we stay at Pop more?
Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
loved it.
resounding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one. How is it for Daisy to find food or snacks in the parks?
Very easy. I would say, yeah.
So you're pescatarian
Yeah, so I'm,
and you don't eat eggs.
and eggs.
And eggs.
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 Yeah, so I don't know. I find it easy because there are a lot of options for me that, like fish.
Yeah.
So I can't almost fully relate to the vegetarian stuff. But then again, I struggle to find a lot of the vegetarian stuff that doesn't have eggs in it. But I find that there are loads of vegan options everywhere, and most of like 8 times out of 10 they're really good. Yeah, Erin McKenna's Bakery and Disney
Oh,
Springs. Like if you have allergies or anything like that, they are amazing. Like they will have something for you there. And I think it's fully vegan there too, and like their biscuits are brilliant.
Yeah.
That's
And I
so
think
good.
in recent years there's been a lot more focus on choice for people with allergies, vegan options,
Yeah.
that kind of thing in the parks generally.
Yeah.
Whereas before it was very limited, you're getting some interesting options now, which is good.
But they still have the big turkey legs.
They do.
Yes.
You never see them. You never see them.
It's always a regret.
It's always a regret. Yeah, and there's a reason. Like, there has to be a lot of regretting food for me not to order it again. Like,
I feel like you need a bath after all those.
I think that's the one food that, even though I kind of always want it, I actually had the wherewithal to be like, I will regret that too much. And like, that's, yeah.
That kind of leads us on to a question, which is what's our favourite meal, drink and snack?
Is that just in general or in the park?
In the park.
Just going back to the turkey leg thing.
Sorry, you hadn't finished.
I had not finished.
Sorry.
You are forgiven this time.
I'm not finished.
I'm not finished. Can you let me do what I need to do? No, but seriously, like, there's something about that smell. First of all, doesn't smell like turkey. It smells like ham. Why is that? No one knows. Disney knows. They won't tell. But like, I just like, for me, like walking around the Disney parks, especially like Epcot, you used to see like a high majority of them. The smell of that and like the big pretzels, like the bread pretzels that weren't stuffed just with the cheese dip. They didn't really taste like cheese dip either. Those smells were always food. Like, I was like, I shouldn't order that, but the smell was just so nostalgic.
Would you say they're your favourite snack?
Absolutely not. My favourite snack. Well, it depends how you classify it, because if food and wine or flower and gardens on, like,
it needs to be like a staple.
They always have.
For the just so you know, I've never had a cheeseburger egg roll. You guys all had it.
Well, they're very good.
But just because it's an absolute classic, and I remember, I can vividly describe when we first tried it at Animal Kingdom. Yeah. Jalapeno stuffed pretzel, jalapeno cheese stuff.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
Classic.
I love a Dole Whip. I absolutely love Dole Whip.
Do they do an alcoholic Dole Whip at one of the?
Yeah, I think so. Bit of rum in there,
Yeah,
probably.
I would say the jalapeno cheese pretzel would be mine as well.
Yeah.
My favourite. Yeah. Okay, so any drinks in particular? Any particular drinks?
Beverly.
Yeah, it's got to be Beverly.
Oh, I like the Russian Sprite from Club
the cucumber Sprite.
Yeah, the cucumber Sprite.
Oh, that's so good. I love that one.
It's not. I mean, it's with it. We get it within the Disney parks, but we did sort of smash Starbucks quite a bit on the last trip. So I think we're all enjoying the Starbucks. Iced and various versions of sweet coffees.
Yeah. Do you remember when we stayed at? I don't think it was Disney. I think it was Universal. When we stayed at Universal years and years ago, and they had a drink called the Purple Nurple.
That was at
Daisy remembers.
Yeah, that was at Royal Pacific.
Royal Pacific Purple Nurple.
Yeah, because I remember that because you loved it, and that's all you said. Like, became your catchphrase for the holiday.
Purple Nurple. Go and get it.
And a meal. Favourite meal.
Oh, I thought you meant that question was asked by Emil.
Yeah.
Hi, Emil.
Emil, Remy's brother, or was it?
Yeah, for me, probably something like the duck at Morimoto Asia.
Yeah, you're still raving about the duck at Morimoto.
Or an Earl of Montague at Earl of Sandwich.
Is it an Earl of Montague or is it just the Montague?
Full Montague.
Full Montague. Yeah.
No, to be fair, I mean, the chicken and mash at Olivia's is
good.
Is cracking. However, it's a good thing you mentioned the duck at Morimoto, because that's actually awoken my senses. The ribs at Morimoto, for me, were outrageous. So good. And I think that has, like, taken the crown for me. Like,
really?
Yeah.
What are you, Daisy?
I don't know. That's a heavy question.
Oh,
I'll give you some thinking time, because I think mine is my favourite meal of the recent trips is the food I enjoyed the most was Space 220.
Ooh.
And that might be just specifically what I ordered I really enjoyed. It's pricey and the experience there is amazing, and I don't think we'll be going there every trip, but I really enjoyed the food.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good
House of
quality.
Blues food's really good now as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Splitsville sushi.
There we go.
I love Splitsville sushi.
There we go. We have a winner.
Oh my god, haleo. Sorry, that was.
Oh,
good.
haleo.
I love haleo.
How could we forget
Oh,
that?
those the chicken.
This is like big on the phones in any self.
The chicken fritters. Haleo.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Eat it all.
Yeah. What's our favourite holiday extra add-on treat? Would it be a dessert party, an evening like Not So Scary?
I like the sound of dessert party.
Did someone say dessert party?
Dessert.
For me, Hoop to Do.
Is your favourite add-on? You do it every trip quite happily.
I would,
you? It is good fun.
But we don't really do a whole lot of add-ons or things like that. We've done a couple of the Christmas.
We did say we'd like to try doing a few more different things, didn't we? Having had some, more experiences recently. What about you guys?
Hoop to Do, I love.
Yeah, I'm just pretty chill. I kind of just, I just like chilling.
Yeah, I did enjoy the Christmas party.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
And I'd like to do Mickey's Not So Scary again. I'd quite like to do that.
Yeah.
So. I don't think we have a favourite extra holiday treat. I just think any of the extra holiday treats are probably
Yeah.
pretty good.
I think actually Mickey's not so scary because I do like to dress up.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
a bit of fancy dress, so not so scary.
There we go.
Dad loves fancy dress.
Oh, I hate fancy dress.
You look so good as Thingy from Up.
Someone's asked about Uber. How do we use Uber for going places? Someone's a bit unsure how it works.
Uber has opened up all horizons for us. If you want to go anywhere down, if I can use it, anyone can use it. It's super easy. You can see your little car coming in. You know who your driver's going to be. All the drivers we've had have been amazing. We've had some lovely, lovely people, and it's super easy. Download the app. Piece of cake.
There we go.
Love it.
Okay. Oh, what's our favourite Disney or Pixar movie?
Toy Story 3.
I love Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, I think that's my favourite Disney, but
Which
Pixar.
Which one's Pixar? Well, they did Cars.
yeah, Pixar did Cars. Ratatouille. I
Oh, yeah.
love that
Oh,
film.
is that also
That's
Pixar?
Pixar.
Yeah, I would say the Toy Stories in general are my
Yeah.
favourite Pixar one. But again, I love Princess and the Frog. Loved all the classics, but I think some of the more recent ones, I love Moana and I love Encanto.
Oh yeah, Moana.
I think
Oh,
the
and
music.
Coco.
Oh, is that
that's
Pixar?
Yeah.
Yeah, Coco's my
there we
favourite
go.
Pixar.
Yeah, so some of the recent ones are really strong actually.
For me, the Toy Story franchise, I love it.
If Keith and Tracey could do an age-appropriate version of the college programme, what would your ideal positions be, and would we take custodial?
Ferryboat driver.
Yeah.
That's my dream job.
It's your dream job.
Oh, I
then-
don't think that's a college programme.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not at college. It is. I love
Keith
it.
knows.
I love it so much. I've even
If you could choose
spoken.
any job on the college programme.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
even
anything was
spoken
on the college
to
programme.
Michael, one of the boat drivers, another one of the drivers as well.
Scoping it out.
There's plenty of shifts available. I know this for a fact, and that's my dream job. Like, I would love that. Custodial, does that mean like cleaning toilets and bits and pieces?
Yeah, do it and
Yep,
do it and
no
empty
problem.
bins and that.
I'd be the
anything.
best
Do you know what-
bathroom attendant
Do you know what I
there
think
is.
you'd be really good at?
What?
The skipper on Jungle Cruise.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Or
You wouldn't even need a script.
back
you
in
just
the day, great movie ride.
Oh,
you
that
would
would've
have been brilliant.
I would have
at
loved
and
that.
You would have loved it.
What about you?
Yeah, I would definitely take custodial. I don't think that would be. I think that'd be nice. We should be out and about in the parks quite a bit. I would like to be one of the people that escorts the characters.
Character
Like,
attendant.
yeah, like Mickey and Minnie, and sort of like
Yeah.
to and from their
I wanna
to and
be
from
one of
their
the
photo
characters.
bits and things.
I want to be a tumble monkey because I reckon I could do it.
But yeah, ferryboat, that would be my dream job.
Can we choose one?
No,
choose,
the
yeah,
question
what-
wasn't for you.
If
What would you
if you were
what would
working
yours
at Disney,
be?
what would you want to be?
I would love to do photo pass because you
Oh.
can take pictures of people in front of the castle. Imagine like if someone got engaged in front of you. You can be like,
Oh.
I'd love that.
Helping them capture
In the
their
sun.
memories.
Yeah.
What would you like? Tumble monkey?
No, I wasn't joking. Yeah,
That
tumble
would
monkey.
be-
That would be a tumble
Good.
monkey.
Nail
Good
that.
flip.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
For all four of us, could we name our three favourite? It says three favourite vloggers that we watch. So I'm guessing they mean Florida vloggers. So
Or should we
Oh,
just we could
or favourite.
Let's
vloggers.
just-
just do general.
the ones that we like, because we
You're
watch
gonna
quite a
say
lot.
many.
We're gonna end up forgetting to
Right.
mention someone we really care about.
Despicable 3, love them. Yaz and Scott, the strange couple, love them. Mr. David and Mr. Ian, love them. Just the Hems, love them. Obviously, Mr. Hatton, love him.
Tim Tracker.
Tim Tracker. Oh, Once Upon a Bron.
I love Once Upon a Bron.
I love her.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, you don't really watch Disney.
I don't really watch
What
any
do you
vlogs.
like to watch though?
I don't really watch any vlogs, Disney or other.
Like space
I watch. Oh yeah, I watched a lot of Brian Cox documentaries about space. Really large. And
Charlotte in Wonderland.
Mighty Car mods are good.
Yeah.
Mighty Car mods.
But then
Full of racing.
we probably missed a few out.
I've recently got into watching Mammoth Club, which is I think Molly from she used to work on the All Ears vlogs. She's really good at explaining how Genie Plus works and how to do the stacking and just getting the most out of Genie Plus, and she explains it in a really clear way. And I've really, I think, now got more of an understanding of how to use it better on the next trip from watching her vlogs. So yeah, I've kind of dipped in a bit to hers recently.
Nice.
We also like Brogan.
Broken
and
obviously.
Benji.
Yeah.
Brogan.
I like Lucy Wood
Yeah.
because she's done a couple. She's not really a Disney vlogger, but she's done a couple of
Yeah, she's
Disney
great.
series. But she's great if you like books. along with Jack Edwards. I love Jack Edwards. He does a lot of book stuff. I love books.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of Dimension 20. Been watching a lot of Dimension 20. Lots of Dungeons and Dragons stuff. Check it out. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So we watch lots of vlogs. Would we choose Tampa over MCO in future?
Yeah.
I would I think I would much prefer Tampa to MCO. Not much prefer. It's just quieter. It's nicer. It feels bigger.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, I preferred it. But there's not a lot in it. Like, it would just come down to what's available.
Yeah, available and price.
Yeah.
A couple of people asked, when does 4 become 2? Or in other words, will there be future trips where Cheers is just Keith and Tracey?
Or actually
Or
just
just
Luke
Luke
and
and
Daisy.
Daisy.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, probably better.
It's not actually
It
what
would
they
get more
asked,
views.
but,
Yeah.
you know.
I think I'd love to do a solo trip. And I think there will come a point where, the kids are going out doing their thing. I think we will get one big family trip in a year, and then we might do other stuff and bits and pieces as well.
Yeah, just different combinations, but not necessarily. It won't so change from a 4 to a 2. It will just be sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's a 3, sometimes it's a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless it's a massive argument.
Yeah.
Which we have planned.
Yeah, which we have planned.
To vlog for your entertainment. Have we got any future Disney plans in the works, such as Disneyland Paris or California?
Nothing. No. Luke. If you look on the channel, Luke did a Disneyland Paris trip.
It's quite old, that now.
It's really
old.
good.
When was that?
We rewatched it recently, didn't we?
2019.
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, I was a teenager.
Yeah, Luke did a college trip and vlogged it with his friends. Go and check that out.
It was also edited by me, so apologies that it may not be fully.
By an 18-year-old.
Well, yeah, it's just not on brand with the rest of the channel, so it doesn't have that warm
It's a fun
feeling.
watch.
We've never done Disneyland Paris.
No, and we do consider it now and then, don't we?
Yeah.
We're not ruling it out.
I think with Galaxy's Edge being built there and Arundel, I think when they're done, that's definitely worth a look.
I think we probably will do it at some point, but we haven't got any specific plans to do it at the moment.
And no plans to do California, but
I'd
I
love
would
to.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah,
I'll probably
I
do
wasn't
that for my
sure.
solo trip.
Yeah,
No.
like do it with your solo trip with me.
Yeah.
And me.
I was never sure about it because I just thought the extra journey and the flight times and might be a bit much. But having seen a few vlogs recently where people have gone there and done different things, I think we would really enjoy it. So
Yeah, I'd love to go.
I'd like to give it a go. The other sort of general theme of questions that we probably ought to look at is people asking what we are doing next. What are our plans? Have we got any Disney trips booked? What's on our next Disney bucket list? Yeah.
Right, Daisy,
So-
do you want
Do
to say what we're doing next?
Yeah, I do want to say what we're doing
Do
next.
it.
Tune in October this year. We do be going back to Disney World. We're also doing.
We do be.
We do be.
We do be going back to Disney World.
I am a Wiltshire girl at heart. We're going back to Disney World. We're doing a Disney cruise in the middle. But before the cruise, we're staying at Pop Century.
Because we love Pop Century.
We love Pop Century. Then we're going on the cruise around the Bahamas for 4 nights. Is that right?
It's the Halloween on the High Seas cruise, so we're doing that
so
for
we'll be
4
there
nights.
for Halloween. And then Saratoga Springs for the last
Yes, so
chunk.
That's gonna be weird.
I know, because
I'm so
we
excited.
stayed at, that was the first DVC resort we stayed on years and years ago.
This holiday, we've got both the first
Oh,
DVC resort we stayed on and the first ever Disney resort we stayed
yeah,
on.
which was how weird, yeah.
Well,
But just
look
by
at that.
accident, we managed to book it like
Destiny.
Yeah,
it's
so we got the cruise booked.
And our first cruise.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, lots of firsts and revisits of firsts.
yeah.
Get this as the thumbnail.
We've never done a cruise. Daisy's done a cruise, not a Disney one, but you loved that, didn't you?
Yeah, bit of me.
And yeah, so we've got a cruise booked because this is kind of an expensive-ish trip. We're all sharing a room.
On the cruise.
Yeah,
It is a family room, but it's
and it's
probably
only 4
designed.
nights.
It's probably designed for families with very small children. So
So yeah,
yeah, for 4 nights we're just going to manage.
see how we get on.
See how we get on, and we wanted to use some of our DVC points, which we've used for the nights at Saratoga at the other end of the trip, and we got a really good deal on the points at Saratoga, and we do want to try it because it is one of those resorts that I mentioned earlier that does have the pull down double Murphy bed and the pull down single Murphy bed, which we are assured is fine for an adult. So
I'm not a very tall adult, so I'm hoping for the best. Pray for me.
Yeah. So we're going to give that a go and see because again it's situated right in the area we like, so we can get the ferry or even walk to Disney Springs. So
That's
it
gonna be
puts us
really
in that
cool.
area that we love, or we could, just chill out and whatever.
So
and
how
then-
long's the trip in total?
I think it's 15 nights in total. I can't remember, but so we.
Yeah, and we're flying
Yeah,
into
15
Tampa because we got a great deal with our Virgin points. So yeah, in and out of Tampa, 15 nights. Pop Century first. We've got 2 rooms with interconnecting door.
Like we had last time.
Then 4 nights on the cruise, which will be super exciting.
How many nights at Pop, sorry?
We've actually got 6 nights at Pop, but because of the flight times, we're not going to be getting there till quite late on the first night.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to correct. I was straight up zoned out.
no, but I was just explaining that I kind of didn't want that first night to eat too much into the holiday with the travel. So we've got 6 nights at Pop, and then the plan is to do as much of the Skyliner accessible resort theme parks from Pop for that few days. Enjoy the cruise, and then
Saratoga.
chill out at Saratoga. And the great thing about doing the DVC property stay after the cruise and at the end of the trip is that's where we're going to have laundry facilities. So,
Wow!
You're a smart
Every holiday maker needs a Tracey with them.
So there we go, that's our plans. And thanks for sending your questions in.
so we probably haven't done all of them, and then I tried to theme some of them together, but it was a while since I first looked at them.
Also, the camera has intermittently been cutting in and out, which is why you may have noticed some cuts. So we do apologise if there was a question, which just know that we would have answered really, really well. And I probably said something really funny.
The best answered questions are the
but it's
ones
lost
that
forever.
didn't actually get recorded.
So thanks very much for watching. Stay safe, be kind, look after one another. Cheers.
Cheers.